Well, welcome everyone. And my name is Zaina Degaya, and welcome to How to Turn $1,000 into $100,000 in the infamous crypto bull run of 2024 and 2025. So, I want to start with this disclaimer. Nothing said here is financial advice. I am sharing what I've done, what I'm doing now, with the intention of this webinar being for educational and entertainment purposes only. The intention of this webinar is to get clear where we are with crypto and where we are going, show you how you can turn 1K into 100K in this market, and for you to choose either way, yay, nay, if you are taking any actions towards this market right now. So, what it takes to be on this journey, I will tell you, it takes discipline. This is not you can get rich quick, but it does require work. It requires focus, consistency, and really important, it requires emotional intelligence. Now, where we've been, let's talk a little bit. So it's been almost 2.5 years now that we've been in a bear market. The accumulation period is pretty much over. We're at the beginning stages of the bull market. Bitcoin just hit a new all-time high, actually, a few weeks ago, and we haven't even started alt season yet. We're close, but we're not quite there. We're entering in an upward trending market for 12 to 24 months. Nobody really knows. So this is the Bitcoin 4-year cycle. Every 4 years, there's something called the Bitcoin halving, which reduces the supply of Bitcoin by half every year. So we are going now into the fourth cycle since Bitcoin's inception in 2009. Okay, so you can see here, every cycle has an upward here. This is the bull market of the last cycle. And then this is the bear market where everything goes down. And then this is a little reconciliation period until we hit the next bull market. Okay. Every 4 years, this has been predictable after the halving that it takes off. However, this year is a little bit different because we have reached all-time high for Bitcoin way before the halving. I'm filming this on March 23rd. The halving is supposed to be around April 20th-ish. Okay. Now let's look at the cycle. So cycles of the market. This could be any market, you guys. It could be crypto, stocks, commodities. There is different emotions associated to where the market is. In fact, the psychology of the market cycle is based on human behavior and how we react really to fear. So right now we're about here in the market. The rally is real. Okay. There's starting to be belief. We're starting to move towards belief. You can see it in the narrative. You could see CNN now talking about crypto hitting 150,000. Now, until we reach euphoria, where everybody and their mother, it wants to buy Bitcoin. Everybody and their mother is talking about which AI coin should I get so I can get rich. By the time we get here, you guys, this is where we're going to take profits. This is where we're going to sell. This is where most people will come in, which will be near the top, and will get wrecked because they don't know about this cycle. Okay. That's what happened to a lot of people in the last bull run, didn't know what they were doing, and they ran away from crypto. Others stayed around and learned about these cycles and learned how to trade in a way where you manage your risk and you can make money in crypto. Okay, now let's talk about the types of coins. So I've put the coins into 4 categories so I can manage my portfolio based on the type of risk that I want to take. So blue chips is really Bitcoin and Ethereum. Whoever's at position number 1 or 2 on the top 100 by market cap. So these coins are considered low risk coins. So if you want to just jump into crypto right now and take as little risk as possible, you could just buy Bitcoin and Ethereum, and you'll probably do a ×2 to ×4 on your money, at least in this run, being conservative. Okay. Top 20 high, these are called the high cap coins. So again, if you want to stay conservative, you can buy, some Bitcoin, Ethereum, and go through the top 20 coins, and pretty much everything in there will times 5 to times 10, something like that. If you look back at their history and do the math, that's what's predictable. Then the top 100 are low to medium risk. These are really established coins that have most of them been around for multiple cycles, if not at least one. And they're also very well established coins. A little bit more risky, but still pretty manageable risk. And then anything above 100, when you get into the top 1,000 and beyond, there's a lot of smaller coins that could do very, very well or can have you lose your pants. Okay. So they're high risk because they're newer, they're smaller caps, and they have a higher potential. So if you want to get riskier and go for higher gains, you may do a little bit more research on this end and include those in your portfolio, depending how much risk you want to take. Now, when you look at your portfolio, you're going to have some blue chips, and then you may have some top 20, top 100, or top 1,000 coins. And you may also want to keep some stable coins like some USDT or USDC, some mix of this depending on you. Now, the types of portfolios is the first thing that you want to figure out when you're creating a plan for yourself to go into this bull market. Are you going to be more conservative? Personally, that's where I am. I hold about 60% Ethereum and Bitcoin, and I leave those on my cold wallet. I don't trade those. I'm waiting for the bull run to complete, and then I'm going to take some gains. And then the rest of my portfolio consists of about 20% in the top 20, about 20% in the top 100, and then about 10% more or less in the riskier coins. If you want to be a little bit riskier, this is an example here where you would have less blue chips and more of the riskier coins, like getting out of the top 100 and going into more of the newer coins with smaller caps with more potential of growing. Now, this is how I do it. First, you determine the kind of portfolio you want to be in, then you pick the coins that you want to buy. And then you take your moon bags out. So this is a way of doing it that you'll make less money this way, but you're managing your risk. So I take my money out right away. As soon as I get the gains and that coin doesn't times two. So if I put $500, I take the first $500 out, I secure my capital, and then I create a plan for the rest of my coins to take out profits along the way, and I set my stops. So that means from there, everything I'm making is just pure profits. And it's really funner that way. So let's look at what it can look like to take $1,000 and turn it into $100,000 in a two-phase process. So in the first phase, I take $1,000 and I split it up into four. 250 goes to Bitcoin, assuming Bitcoin does a times four. That'll make $1,000 from that 250. Then I take another 250 and I invest in a high cap, maybe a top 20 high cap, and that makes times 10. So I make 2,500. Then I take another 250 and I do some research and I find a really great low cap meme coin that hasn't popped yet. And it pops and it does times 100, $25,000. And then I look for another low cap coin and I look in the area of AI and I find one that's stellar and I research it and I find that it's going to do well and it does well and it does a times 100. So out of the $1,000 that I put in, I've now made $53,500. I take out my capital. That leaves me with $52,500. So now we go to phase two. In phase two, I say, okay, out of that 52.5, I'm going to keep 22.5 in Bitcoin, or maybe you take some of it and you put a deposit for a house. Okay. And you keep some of it in Bitcoin. It's up to you what you do with your profits. But then you decide to take the other 30K and reinvest it because you're still in a bull run and you know there's still potential for money to be made. So you take that 30K and you take 10,000 and you research a high cap AI that's going to do like a times 5, but it hasn't popped yet. And then when it pops, you make 50,000. Then you find another high cap meme coin that hasn't popped yet, and you put your 10,000 there. And again, you do a times 5 and you return 50,000. And then you find a low cap gaming coin. Again, you put your 10,000 in, hasn't popped yet, and when it does, you do it times 10, 100,000. So now you're at 200,000, all in profits. You take out what you put in, which is the 30K, so you're at 170K. You could call it a day there, you guys, and be proud of yourself, or you can keep going till this bull market completes. So we are going to be embarking in a crypto, what I call a crypto boot camp, where we take 10 days and we go ahead and we take the actions necessary together. Every day we meet in the morning and you learn how to set up your portfolio, how to design it in a way that matches, your risk tolerance and what you want. And then you buy the coins. You set up your tracking system. I've created a spreadsheet to help you track what's called the moon bags, which is tracking when you take all your profits out and then created an exit strategy for the rest of your coins so you take your profits on the way up. And then you create the exit strategy. We also learn how to research coin, how to find time 100 coins, how to take profits, how to take your crypto out of crypto world into your bank account, and where and how to secure your crypto securely so that it's not, so it can't be hacked. So it can't be taken away, so it can't be frozen, so that you own your crypto essentially. Guys, that sums up, I'm actually not going to go through this here. That sums up the webinar of how to turn $1,000 into at least $100,000 in crypto. This is not a scam. This is not some get rich quick thing. This is a real possibility, and it does require real work. It does require real time and real research, but it is worth it, and it's happening now. It's time sensitive because it's only going to happen now. And as you saw with the cycles, we're at the beginning of the bull market. And then what happens after a bull market immediately after is we go back down and we have another consolidation period. And then we wait again for the next 4 years. Okay. So where we are now is so, so important and critical for a lot of us who have been in crypto for many cycles. This is our time. This is the moment we've been waiting for. So consider yourself blessed and really lucky to have found this video and to be taking actions now if you choose to. And if you don't, it's okay. We're going to have another cycle. It's just maybe the last one that looks like this one because this is the first time ever that the institutions have come into Bitcoin, have bought up Bitcoin. If you know about BlackRock and Grayscale, they own about 15% of every single company that you've heard of. And they've now come into the crypto market. So it's going to be a different bull run. And we're in it to win it. Okay. And if you follow these steps and you create a game plan for yourself, you really set yourself up to win, because I will tell you, it's an emotional ride. There's a lot of ups and downs. But if you know what you're doing and you have a game plan and you follow your game plan, I think you'll do really great in this cycle. Okay. Thank you for watching, you guys, and I'll see you around. Bye.